How are you all? I hope you're doing good, keeping safe, keeping in, keep washing your hands and stay healthy. And if we have to fight this virus, this coronavirus, we need to boost up our immunity. Alright? So we have to make our body immune to this virus. Eat good and stay healthy. Alright, today we are going to do the chapter The Adventures of Toto, and this is for class 9. Alright, and this is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond was born in Kasauli. He's an Indian writer. Alright, and his father had descended from Britain, but he was born here only in Kasauli. Kasauli is in Himachal Pradesh, and right now he's alive, and you can count his age. He was born in 1934 and it's 2020 going on, so probably he must be around, I think, 86, and he is living in Missouri. Alright, just check if I'm correct or not, but he was born in 1934. So, and he is still alive, and the latest update about his is I read a lot of books by Ruskin Bond, and I know that now he's planning, at the age of 86, he's planning to write a story on some detective story. So it's going to be really full of suspense and thrill. Alright, so this, a little about him, I'll let you know how, this story started. I'll just tell you that. When he was a young boy, his parents got separated. Alright, his mother left his father, and so he kept staying with his father, and because father was also very busy, and it was his father who wanted him to be a writer, because Ruskin used to write, even when he was small, he used to write really good stories and all paragraphs and articles, whatever he used to write, they were quite good, and father was the father motivated him that he should become a writer, and also the habit of reading books was inculcated by Ruskin Bond's father. And because father had to go here and there, so he started living with his grandparents, and at the age of 17 he wrote the story The Room on the Roof. You get to read it, very interesting and very nice story. And he kept living with his grandparents because his father expired, and mother had already left, so he kept staying with his grandparents. And it is here in the grandparents' house, his grandfather was in love with animals, and you will not believe, he had a mini zoo in the house. Grandfather had a mini zoo in the house. He had rabbits, he had tortoise, he had a goat, he had a donkey, many types of animals, many birds and all. He used to love animals and used to keep bringing in, and grandmother used to be so very angry, and you had to really pester grandmother that this animal should be kept in the house. So grandfather kept doing it, and it was one day when grandfather was returning home from the market when he saw this monkey. Adventures of Toto. Toto here is a small monkey. Alright, so grandfather was returning home and he saw this monkey. This belonged to a Tonga driver, and this monkey was tied up to a food trough. This food trough is a big, cemented, big tub sort of a thing that is made for animals, and a lot of hay and a lot of food and all is put in that, so the cows and the other animals, all the stray animals on the road, they can have their food there. So this monkey was tied there, and grandfather got to see this monkey, and this cute little monkey Toto was, grandfather immediately when he saw the monkeys, wanted to buy it, and so went and talked to the Tonga driver, and he bought it for 5 rupees, right? And the appearance of this, that attracted grandfather was, he had small little monkey, very cute, and he had pearly white teeth. Pearly is what? Pearls. So his teeth were all white and looked like pearls on his mouth, and he had very bright and naughty, mischievous eyes, and his eyebrows were quite thick, and these, underneath these eyebrows were his, bright eyes that twinkled and looked very naughty, and they were really mischievous. And he had his hands and all were very dry, they looked as if they had been pickled. What is pickling? When you must have seen your mothers and grandmothers, they put pickles of mango, of lemon and all the other things. So they are these mangoes, and all of us washed, they are cut, they are washed, and they are dried in the sun. And after that, they are put into the oil and other spices and all, and then pickle is made out of it. So his hands also seemed, before that, before the pickle is made, they are dried in the sun. So his hands also, monkey's hands, they also looked as if they had been pickled. They were so dry like raisins. And he had a tail that was a long, nice one. And grandfather always believed that all these animals, all the animals had tails, and grandfather believed that the tails added to the animal's beauty. Grandfather was actually in love with these animals, so he liked everything of these animals. And regarding his tail, grandfather tells, this narrator tells us that his hands were very, I told you about them, that they were pickled. His hands were very fast, whatever they wanted. Have you seen monkeys jump from one branch to another? They are very fast, very quickly they go to other places. They keep jumping on the trees and the branches. So he says that even this tail was like a third hand. If anything was not in his, the hands could not catch them, the tail would go, long tail, the tail would go and scoop that thing. So the tail acted as a third hand for this monkey. So this monkey was brought, and grandmother was not told in the beginning, because grandmother used to fight and shout at grandfather, and she used to get very angry that every second day he keeps bringing in animals. So grandfather told grandson, he told Ruskin, that the narrator, that he had brought this monkey and they needed to hide till the time grandmother was told about it, and she agreed to keep the monkey in the house. So they took this monkey to the narrator's room, and there was a closet there, and they tied the monkey with a strap, a rope sort of a thing, and they tied it with the nail. They put the rope on the nail so that he doesn't run away, and he was kept in that closet. And then the door was closed and everybody came out and acted normal. But after some time, when they went in to see the monkey, everything was, in shreds. What had he done? The peg was broken, the nail had come out, there was no rope there, monkey had run away out of the window, and there was, in the narrator's room, all the walls had wallpaper. Some people, they don't want to get their walls painted again and again because the walls get spoiled. So they put very nice decorative wallpapers. So, and the walls look very beautiful. So this monkey had torn off all the wallpapers, and even the school blazer of the narrator. The blazer was in shreds. And they ran out and they caught the monkey and put him into a cage. But grandfather was not angry. He was very amused at this. He was not angry. He loved animals so much. And so he was amused, and he felt that if this monkey is taught things, he would learn them very quickly. So, and it was the first day, right? So he was kept in a cage. And in the cage there were other animals, like there were 2 rabbits, then there was this goat, Then there was a tortoise, and he was kept there for that night. And you will not believe, all the animals were troubled by Toto so much. He did not let any animal sleep, and all the animals, they kept making noise the whole night, and really they were really troubled a lot the whole night. So now grandfather but had his own routine and program. So next day he had to, they all were living in Dehradun, right? And grandfather had to go to Saharanpur to collect his pension the very next day. So now, this Toto could not be kept home. Grandmother did not know about Toto, and Toto was creating such a lot of mischief in this house. So, what he did, he planned to take Toto also with him to Saharanpur. Now, how could he take a monkey? So what they did was, the narrator and grandfather both, planned. They brought they took out a black canvas bag and put a lot of straw in it to make it a cozy bed for Toto. Put Toto in and zipped the bag and left a little bit of the zip open. Just imagine, this monkey was going to travel in this bag with grandfather. Grandfather had a very, very short trip. He had to just go, collect the pension and come back. So he took Toto in the canvas bag. Now at the platform, you can imagine what happened. Grandfather had to take out he was waiting for the train to come, and the train had not come, so he was there at the platform. He kept the bag down and he had to take out something from the pocket. He was busy with his own, work, and he was waiting for the train to come. But Toto was so very naughty. Now he felt he could not come out, and he felt, he could see a little bit from the zip that was open, and he could see that he was in some other place, and what to do? So he started jumping inside the bag, and just imagine, people don't know there is a monkey in the bag, and they saw this bag jumping and rolling all through the platform, and this activity of Toto inside the bag attracted so many people who were there, passengers who were there on the platform, and everybody was shocked to see a bag jumping. So you can imagine what a sight it must have been. Then the train came, and then they traveled. Alright, now when they reached there in Saharanpur, you must have gone to the metro. So when you get out of the train, and then you have to leave the platform and go out, there's this turnstile where you have to put the coin back, and then that gate opens and you're able to go. So it was here at the turnstile where the ticket collector stopped and wanted to see his ticket. This is an old story. So at that time, the ticket collector used to be there, and you had to show your ticket. So right now, things have improved. You just put the coin, no one is standing there and no one sees you. It opens as soon as everything is automatic, and you put the coin and the thing opens. So that time there was this ticket collector, and he wanted to see the ticket. Now when grandfather took out his ticket to show it to him, this naughty, mischievous Toto, what he did, he managed to open a little bit of his bag and took out his teeth, and grinned at the ticket collector with his pearly white teeth, and ticket collector was shocked, and ticket collector asked him what was there in the bag, and he got very angry that you are carrying a dog with you, and you didn't buy a dog's ticket, and so you have to pay for this. Now grandfather said that he did not have a dog, and but the ticket collector had seen some creature inside, so he said that grandfather was carrying a dog, and it was required for any person who is carrying a dog along with him, they have to also buy the ticket of the dog. They are in the rules also, right? There are some people who take their pets also along because they can't leave them behind, so they have to buy a ticket for the dog. So grandfather kept arguing with him, and then opened and to show him that it is not a dog and it is a monkey. So this ticket collector was really amused and shocked also that this person was carrying a monkey in a bag. So still but he kept arguing that this animal comes in the category of a dog, and so he had to buy a ticket. And after a lot of argument, grandfather had to buy a ticket for Toto when he had already got down of ₹3. Then he was able to go. But grandfather got so angry that he said, now okay, I'll give you ₹3. Do you want me to buy a ticket for this animal also? And then you know what he took out? He took out a tortoise from his pocket, and the ticket collector was shocked. Monkey in the bag, tortoise in the pocket, and he saw this tortoise. He even touched to see whether it's a real thing or not, because the tortoise has got that shell on the top. You don't come to know actually the tortoise is there or not. So he touched, and then he said no. He was quite amused, and he said no, for this you don't have to buy a ticket. Already he was carrying it in his pocket. So he had to pay ₹3 for Toto. Then when he came back from Saharanpur, grandmother came to know by that time that this monkey was there in the new addition office, mini zoo, or in the house. Now obviously she had to accept, because it had already been in the house for last so many days, and had also been on the short trip with the grandfather. Alright, so now where would they make him sleep? So now after grandfather came back from Saharanpur, he was put into the Nana's cage. Who is Nana? Nana is their family donkey. Alright, and there also are mischievous Toto troubled Nana so much. Now at night, grandfather thought of going and seeing the two animals. He came and he suddenly saw that this donkey was trying to take out his strap, and was trying to get away from that strap, wanted to remove it. And so looking at this, grandfather got a little irritated and slapped him at his back, and the donkey turned to see. And then what did the grandfather see? That Toto had been biting Nana's ear, and because of which he was trying to struggle so much to get free and to run away to save himself. So Toto was troubling Nana also so much, but later on he started becoming friendly with all the other animals. Then what happened was, now he started staying like their family members, and used to move in and out the house also. So this when winters came, and grandmother used to bring big tub, fill it with warm water, and used to tell Toto to take a bath. So what Toto used to do? He had been watching our author. He had been watching the narrator, how narrator used to start taking bath in the winters. When even we do it, it's just a response to stimuli. You put warm water in the bucket, even if it is from the geyser, and we tend to check whether the water is okay or not for us, and then we start putting on ourselves. So even Toto used to, before going into the tub, he used to check with his thin hands whether the water was lukewarm and he could get into it or not. And then he used to go putting in one leg and then the other leg, and then used to go in till his neck, the whole body was there into the water, and then he used to put a lot of soap and take a nice, he used to enjoy, and he used to stay in the tub till the time the water was warm. As soon as the water became cold, he used to run out of the tub and into the kitchen, because he knew something would be cooking and the kitchen would be quite warm and he could dry himself there. And once what happened, their grandmother had put a big this utensil filled with water, a big pan for making tea, and he did not know that the gas was on and everything was so warm. And Toto loved taking a bath, so he got into that utensil, the pan that was full of water, and you won't believe, the water started boiling. It was it was burning from below, and the water started boiling, and grandmother just came in time to save Toto, and so he did not get boiled, but he could have got. And now another mischief that he used to do was he used to tear the clothes of narrator's aunt. And the narrator's aunt, used to get very irritated at times with Toto, and whenever she used to come just a little close to Toto, he used to pull her and tear her clothes. Even when they were kept on the bed, he used to tear her clothes. So this was another nuisance that he used to create, and everybody in the house, because grandfather loved animals, so they had to bear all this. And then once, what happened? Grandmother was making pulao, and there was this, good smell all around in the house. And as soon as she brought the bowl, a glass bowl full of pulao, and she kept it on the dining table, she was waiting for everyone to come when Toto came and started eating from the bowl. So grandmother got very angry. And she came and she said, Toto, no, and all that. When she tried to remove and make him run, Toto got very angry because he wanted to eat that bowl of pulao. So he threw a plate from the dining table on grandmother. And seeing this, when aunt came, he threw a full glass of water on aunt's face, and there was a lot of chaos and hullabaloo in the house when grandfather came. And grandfather also tried to remove Toto from there, but Toto, he was so very naughty. What he did was, he took the full bowl of pulao and ran out of the window and went and sat up on a tree and kept eating pulao from there. Now grandfather got really very angry now. He went and he kept scolding that you come down, I tell you. And grandfather was very angry, and he wanted him to give the bowl back. It was a nice, bowl, and a glass bowl it was. And what Toto did was, he finished eating the pulao and then threw the bowl down, which broke into small pieces, and grandfather got really very angry. And grandfather, he thought that, all right, I love animals, but I can't afford so much of loss. There was such a lot of destruction in the room, in the narrator's room, the wallpaper and all that costs a lot. Then his school blazer was torn into shreds. Aunt's clothes were torn into shreds. And then, he had to pay another 3 rupees at the station. Then such a lot of, nuisance that he was creating in the house. And now this bowl was a glass bowl, and that spoiled the whole, one thing breaks from your dinner set, the set gets spoiled. So grandfather felt that he could not afford more losses, although he loved animals a lot. So he took Toto back to the Tonga driver and told him to take his monkey back. He had bought for 5 rupees in the beginning, but now he was ready to sell the monkey, the Toto, to the Tonga driver for just rupees 3. And so he was sold for rupees 3, and grandfather came back. So it's very interesting. There are more episodes to this. Your book doesn't have this. It's a long story. Get to read Ruskin Bond's stories. They are really very nice. And all the stories, some are very humorous and some teach you a lesson. And you will really love reading stories of Ruskin Bond. And go through the book. I have covered every part of it. If you have any problem, put it in the comment section, or you can even mail your problems to me. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please press the subscribe button and even the bell for the latest notifications. Do take good care of yourself, boost your immune system, and bye-bye.